What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Allen Powell Show, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. Opening day is around the corner in the MLB. They got some new rules that's going to be going on. I think it's going to be interesting to see how that go. Ben Simmons is filing a grievance against the 76ers while he continues to be out for being injured. And then we're going to be discussing that. We got an interview with author Lisa Harris coming up. She has a book that's out right now, so we're going to talk to her about that book. And I got a great coming to church scripture for you today. So, with all that being said, let's get ready to lock and load, y'all. Come in with your hot takes and your comments. Let's get ready to do this. Let's go.
Lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on.
Thank y'all again for tuning in with the Allen Powell Show. We got a great show lined up for you. Like I said before, a lot to discuss. With that being said, I had to bring on one of my guys because his brother is all around. We got a lot of all-around sports to talk about. So I had to bring my man in. Victor Legrone is back in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Yo, what's happening, y'all? What's going on?
You got the Cubs jersey on. MLB opening day is Thursday. I don't know what our Cubs is going to do, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But we got to first lock and load and get started with the game that happened last night. That was the Kansas North Carolina national title game. Kansas was down 15 at the half, and all of a sudden they came back. As I watched the highlights, as I was watching the game, it wasn't like, to me, it was no like big run or something catastrophic that happened that changed the tide. To me, it just slowly trickled away. When you watch that game, what was the turning point for you?
I mean, the second half, bro, like right at the second half, I think Kansas hit it with like a 6-0 run, got it down to 9. And then Carolina got a basket, got back up to 11. And then they were trading baskets. And then Kansas started going on a little spurts here and there. Then Carolina get a basket. It was like spurts here and there by Kansas in the second half. Like Kansas just dominated the second half, bro. From the start of the second half, really, but the momentum is swung.
Yeah. So I'm watching this game, and I can't believe that North Carolina is up 15 at the half. Like I expected Kansas to win. I'm like, they number 1 seed. North Carolina probably not even supposed to be here. They was an AC. No, I don't know too many people that picked them to win the whole thing. But they are leading by 15, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? But for people who didn't see it, I'm just going to play some of the highlights of the game, and it was amazing to see, man. And I will say this: both of these teams definitely have some NBA players on it. But if you didn't see it, this is just some of the highlights that you're going to see here. The guy Manic, I think from North Carolina, it seemed like he was hot, but they didn't give him the ball enough. Do you think they gave him the ball enough, or it was just a Florida game?
I guess they was just trying to go with it, stay within their offense. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to go away from what got him there or whatever. I mean, he could have got a few more shots, but I kind of understand Coach Davis' philosophy, bro. He like trying to stay with the offense and go over work. He was pounding him inside, and he got him in foul trouble, but they really couldn't take advantage of it. You know, the big guy from Kansas in foul trouble, but they really couldn't take advantage of it in the second half. Like, it was a tale of two halves in this game, man. It was like North Carolina won the first half. Kansas obviously won the second half, but they won the second half much bigger. They outscored them by more than 15. What did they wind up being like? They outscored them by like, what, 19 points or something like that?
Something like that in the second half, yeah.
They outscored them by what the lead was at halftime.
Right. And I know the North Carolina center got injured as well. He twists his ankle, and I think that played a part in the last possessions because the center for Kansas, ended up, I think, hitting like the game-winning shot. As you see him hit a hook right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went right inside after that. And I think they got like 2 baskets in the paint after that.
Right. That was like some old school inside out. You know, in today's game, we see a lot of 3-pointers, but they was actually throwing the ball inside, working the inside like old school basketball.
I mean, that's what got North Carolina there, their size. You know what I'm saying? They like to use their size. That's how they beat Baylor. That's what I knew back when they played Baylor back in early in the tournament that they could pose a problem for Baylor because of their size. They're big team. Yeah.
Right there, number 5. I can't remember none of their names, but that guy is a fierce rebounder. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be great in the NBA, but he can find a job just by being a great rebounder. And
Baycott.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say this. I was rooting for Hubert Davis as the black coach, but I'm not a big North Carolina fan myself. I was a Duke fan. I ain't like how they did. You know, I was a Duke fan.
Now, I'm not a North Carolina fan either. I really have a horse in the race. I do have a North Carolina jersey, but I was in some Michael Jordan. So, You know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't really have a horse in the race, but I don't really care for Kansas because they stole Bill Self from our line now, and I don't like Kansas. I never liked them after that.
Facts. And that was definitely when Illinois was good, man. I think
man.
Title game with Darren Williams, D. Williams now.
Yeah, that was his team. That was his team that Bruce Weber took. We'd have had him as the coach. We'd have kept on getting the best guys. Oh, man, it was good. But it is what it is.
Right. And you see all the alumni was there. We seen Danny Manning, Paul Pierce, all the greats there.
Man, I was hoping North Carolina would have won that game, man, just to see their faces. Like, that would have been like a big upset, probably ever.
And was this Hubert Davis' first year as a UNC coach?
Yes.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
First year, black coach, and win as an AC, that would have been big for him, man. But I think the fact that he made it to the title game, man, they're going to be looking up for sure.
Yeah, man, you're going to have a lot of guys going to want to come play for that brother. Like, look what he's doing with, I'll be honest, not a lot of blue chips.
Yeah.
But guys that he's molded to his team, and they peaked at the right time.
And man, and then another one of the North Carolina players, he started throwing up on the court, man. It's like
that track meet, boy, he better get his condition. Just because you small don't mean you condition for that track meet, boy. They was fast paced. They started running it, that's Kansas game. And they ran them out of the gym in the second half, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a good game. It was a good game. Kansas ended up coming back in the second half, down 15. I think it's one of the biggest comebacks since.
That is. Because they was down by 16 in this game, even though it was 15 at halftime. At one point in the game, they were down by 16. So trailing by 16 in the championship game and coming back and winning. It was them and Loyola Marymount. They tied Loyola Marymount.
Yeah. I wanna talk about the women's NCAA for a minute, man. South Carolina, Don Staley.
Yeah, man.
They take on UConn, Gino Auriemma, and like, man.
Yes, I love it, man. I love it.
I love Don Staley as a player. She was like the Jason Williams of the WNBA.
She's the point guard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for her to have this type of success as a coach, man, I'm excited for her. Once again, black coach, she holding it down for the blacks and for the women.
Yes.
She's covering both spectrums, but I'm excited for her, man.
Hey, bro, I love it, man. I love it.
So
I love seeing Gino lose, bro.
Oh yeah.
I love it, bro. I love seeing Gino lose. And you already took all the words out of my mouth, so I ain't even got to elaborate on that, bro. You took the words out of my mouth about Don Staley. That's the homie.
Yes.
From way back, the inception of the WNBA.
And she had handles. She was one of the few people that I would actually watch to play. I would watch her. I would pay to see her play.
Man, back then the WNBA was the truth, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
super happy for them, man. I think this is only gonna build her legacy. You know, Gino got all them championships, but to me, I respect it more coming from a women's coach of women's basketball. You know, they call Gino great, all of this stuff, man. But to me, when you're a woman doing it, it hit a little different. How do you feel about that?
Man, it does, man. It does. You know what I'm saying? Because although that is women's college basketball, that's still a man's game, coaching. You know, coaching is a man's game still right now to this day. You know what I'm saying? So for her to come in and put her staple like that and then beat the best coach probably of all time in women's college basketball, even though I'm not a fan, you know, that says a lot, man. That says a lot. That says a lot, for her. That says a lot about her character, how hard she works at her craft, man. That says a lot.
I hope she continues to win and continue to get great recruits, and she build a legacy where they can talk about
That's
her.
what she want to do. Yeah, I want her to turn her program into like a UConn or something like, or Old Tennessee.
Summit, yeah.
Coach Summit was down there. Yeah, you know, yeah. Turn it into some powerhouses, man.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
With NCAA basically over men's and women, we got MLB coming up Thursday. Opening day, you got your Cubs jersey on. I don't know what to expect from the Cubs. I'm a Cubs fan myself, but I'm looking at the team. I don't know what to expect from the Cubs, man. What are you looking forward to seeing for the Cubs this year?
I mean, honestly, I'm just looking forward to the prospects that they do have developing. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, you know what I'm saying? They're rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? They ain't spend too much money in free agency. I'm looking forward to seeing Suzuki, see if he can be the real deal. He's a young, the young Asian guy. If you can blend him in, you know what I'm saying? Next couple of seasons, you got Brendan Davis coming up. He's gonna be a start the season at AAA. He may make it to the major leagues before by All-Star break or after the All-Star break or by September or something. He's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, your future center fielder. So I'm just looking to see if the young guys like Horner and looking to see if Madrigal that we got from the White Sox can take the step up and just see if we can, although we rebuild it, we can compete. That's it, just for the team to be competitive. I'm not saying win anything, just be competitive. Don't go out there and embarrass themselves.
I am looking to see Stroman as the pitcher, the free agent pickup. Looking forward to see him. And like you said, the prospect Suzuki, that was a little shocker. Like, he came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't know that they was going to get him.
I didn't know they were going to get him because a lot of other teams that's in contention right now want to pay him the same money, and he could have went and tried to win right now. But something about the Rickies they said the Rickies sold him on something.
And let me ask you this, man, because we see how all the people coming from different countries that they can just sign with any team that they want to. And to me, and I think this came up in labor negotiations, I think that people that's coming over like that, they should be put in the draft. Like, they shouldn't have just go to what any team they want to, and they have never played. Like, what do you think about that?
You know what prohibits that probably is because that is actually a professional league that they played in, so they don't have amateur status.
Okay.
So it'd be hard for them to go to the draft, and they already played professionally, whether it was here or there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's still a professional league.
I just feel like every team should have the opportunity to get a player instead of to the highest bidder or the most popular team.
I can see that.
Some more news came across today that intrigued me. So MLB is going to allow pitchers, catchers to use an anti-sign stealing technology during the regular season, all stemming from the Houston Astros. So I think it's right on time with today's technology. It definitely should be implemented, but how do you think it's going to work?
Oh man, they always trying to find something, bro, to get the stop the sign stealing and things like that. But it's just gonna be so hard because they're also trying to speed the game up. I mean, you had the technology that's probably gonna slow the game down even more, man. That's just my thing. That's the only take I really take out of it. I mean, it didn't keep the guys from stealing signs or whatever, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, to me, it's not a big deal.
I actually think it can speed it up because you know how a catcher can throw down some signs,
Yeah,
shake them off, then he
yeah,
throw down some more signs, then they gotta
right.
go over to the mound, then they gotta go talk to each other. Like, I'm gonna hit this button right here, third ball, corner pocket. You don't like that? I can just hit another button. I ain't gotta go out to the mound. I actually think it can make it faster. Do you think it can be faster with
I mean,
the
they look at it that way. They look at it that way, it could be, but I guess nowadays, man, how many guys shaking off too much? I mean, that's just guys still gonna shake. I mean, guys still gonna shake off regardless. Even sometimes when they get there, they gonna second guess themselves. Because I've always seen that happen in MLB. They send each other one thing, and get back to the mound like, man, you know what? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. How often is the pitcher gonna second guess himself? That's all. That's all.
Also, they brought up the possible problem of people might try to hack into the
Yeah.
type of way. Like, and that's a real possibility. Like, I got some friends that be like, yo, I know how to hack into stuff. Like, do you think that actually will a team actually try to hack in and steal signs that way?
Bro, nothing in Major League Baseball surprises me, bro. Like when you have a manager come back to the dugout with glasses and a mustache on trying to be incognito.
True.
You got a guy who climbs through the air conditioning, ventilation and stuff to steal a baseball bat.
Right.
So nothing surprised me with Major League Baseball. But yeah, somebody would definitely try to hack in, man. Come on. Somebody would definitely try to hack in. That's just the way they play. Houston Astros showed them. That's why they even taking these measures. The guys still going to try to do it. These guys still going to find a way to try to beat the system.
I would say
somebody sitting out thinking right now. Somebody sitting out thinking right now. This is on their mind. How are they going to do this?
And not get caught. But I'll tell you this: if somebody try it and they get caught, you definitely got to be going for the season.
Yes. Yep.
You
Yeah.
got to be going for the season because you
try
that.
And you're talking about going for the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe 2 seasons. They gotta set an example.
Could they ban them just for life? Like they betted on baseball or something? Could they just ban them for life?
Probably could. They wanted to. They want to.
That's just blatant disrespect at that point. Like, we bring in a new system for sign stealing, and you gonna hack into the system? Nah, bro, you banned for life. You banned for life for sure. The other side of town, man. I know because we are a local show as well. The White Sox, I think they're looking to do some big things this year. What are you thinking that's going to happen with the White Sox this year in the AL?
The White Sox probably going to finish number 1 in their division, top 2 or 3 record in the American League, and could possibly go to the World Series if the pitching holds up. You know what I'm saying? If the pitching holds up, that's my pick to win the AL.
I think the Rondon, losing Rondon could be key as well.
And then also Lynn getting hurt for the first couple of weeks. You know, they're an ace pitcher. He's out for like 6 weeks.
Right.
4 to 6 weeks to start the season. But they have some depth, and they're gonna seriously go in that division. They're gonna win a lot of games. They're gonna outslug a lot of teams. That lineup is like ridiculous, man. They're gonna score some runs. So
right.
till the pitching get right, their offense gonna hold them. Like I said, it's about getting them to the playoffs. Is their starting pitching gonna hold up? That's the key. That's what happened to them the last couple of years. The pitching's been great in the regular season, and then when they get to the postseason, the guys don't step up.
Everyone that's tuning in, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all set it live. Y'all people can see it, can comment. We're gonna post these comments. So far, we just discussed the national title game that happened last night. The comeback from Kansas. We also talked about South Carolina women's team winning the championship. Dawn Staley holding it down for the women. And we talking about opening day coming up Thursday in the MLB, plus the new, I would say, rule that's going to allow pitchers, catchers to use technology to combat sign stealing coming from the Houston Astros situation. The Dodgers are loaded. The Dodgers are loaded. They just who they just got. I can't remember already.
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman from the world champion
Atlanta
Atlanta.
Braves.
The rich get richer.
Yeah, always with the I mean, yeah, that was my thing though, bro. Here's the thing: there were maybe only 4 teams in baseball that couldn't afford him. That
Right.
couldn't. He sat around all during his time. So the Dodgers got the money, bro. They willing to spend like the Yankees. Them and the Yankees, they willing to spend. So you let a guy like that sit around and you don't want to offer him what he wants. This is what happens, man. The Dodgers, they give up them numbers. All what you want here, come play first base. With this team we got, we trying to go back to the World Series. They trying to win every year. They trying to build dynasties down there, bro. I see what they doing. They trying to buy everybody.
They definitely the modern day Yankees.
And then, but see, also they got a great farm system. That way, when they spend big money on these guys like him, they can also replenish the pitcher with some of these young, great prospects they've been trading away in some of these trades to get the Mookie Betts and some of these guys. They send some good players away in these things. You know, they like, you know what I'm saying? They just get richer. Like that's much as I'm not a Dodger fan, I like how that is a well-run organization. They are. Like the last 5-6 years, they've been doing things the right way.
Facts. This is the first time I heard a coach openly say that he believes his team going to win a World Series. He went on Dan Patrick's show. Yeah, win a World Series. Who does that in a major in the MLB? It's so hard. It's so unpredictable in the major leagues. But he's so confident in his stacked squad. He went on the radio and said, "Yeah, I think we're going to win a World Series." No coach does that.
No, bro. He ready. Look at Kansas. Look at Mike. Mike from the KC. Let's go, Roy.
The damn for Kansas City, man. No matter baseball, basketball, football. Basketball ain't even got a team.
Well, basketball, he a Bulls fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when it comes to any team that got Kansas City,
yes.
Mike Miller? What are the Royals gonna do this year? What are you looking forward to the Royals? Are they doing anything this year? I can't see. I ain't heard nobody talk about the Royals besides you.
No, man, I don't know nothing. I don't think the Royals.
Talking about the Royals.
I don't know, Mike. What you know about your Royals, man?
Tell us something we don't know, cause I ain't heard nothing about the Royals.
Yeah, me either. I ain't heard no big name signings or nothing. They losing free agents, so let me know what's going on, man.
Right. Let's see if this him on the comment. He said postseason. Is he saying they going to the postseason?
Hey bro, I love that energy, man. Big energy. You know, go ahead, brother. That's your team. Rep your squad.
He said he making a prediction right now. He said they going to the postseason. That's the first.
Hey, bro. Shock the world. The Atlanta Braves came out of nowhere last year to win the World Series. So baseball is the funniest game lately, bro. Like you get hot at the right time, you can win this World Series. I don't care how stacked some teams is, because there were a lot of teams better than the Braves last year. Better
especially when was Acuna got injured.
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, they
So Lair came out of nowhere when he got on there, and that back got hot, man.
Bruh, former Cub.
Yes.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
It was some news.
Former Kansas City Royal.
They do got a young phenom, Witt Jr. that's supposed to be starting for him. So I think that's somebody to look to. He gonna be starting at third base for the Royals. I don't know who he is, but it made it on ESPN News, so he got to be somebody. Mike Miller.
Okay.
So I'll be looking out for him. I want to get to some basketball, man. We coming down the stretch to the season. Mike Miller must know about it. He said Witt Jr. He know about him, so he know about it. So
he know about his team.
Yeah, we're gonna see about the young stud. See what he's talking about, man. I want to get to some basketball though, man. We're coming down the stretch of the NBA. They starting to jock for position. The Nets are going to be in a play-in game. But Ben Simmons is still not on the court, but he's still in the news because he's going to sue. He's going to file a grievance against the 76ers for $20 million that they kept from him because of the whole saga that he had. He didn't play. He cited mental health as the reason why he didn't play. Now he wants $20 million. I think it's hot garbage what he did because he used mental health to me as a scapegoat not to play because he got criticized by Doc Rivers. Now, do you think he got a chance to win this $20 million grievance against the 76ers?
Man, it's kind of hard to say, man. I mean, it's so crazy, bro. This situation so crazy. As I find out things, they like the Nets doctors examined him and said that he injured, and they've been, you know what I'm saying? They're paying him, so that kind of make the Sixers look like, was y'all already on board with him? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't think he gonna get that money, but you never know. But it put a bad light on the Sixers that the Nets got him in the trade. He ain't played a game for him, and they paid him, and they doctors say that he injured.
Mike Miller says there's no chance that he wins that grievance. Did the Nets get damaged goods? Like he had to take a physical before he got traded. Like what happened?
Maybe they took him knowing that it's like something that's maybe it just keep him out the rest of this season, and over the summer he'll be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He's still young enough to where it is. I guess they figure like, you know what I'm saying, they gonna wait till next year or whatever. They want him. They were ready to get Harden out there right then and there. So that's gonna probably chance that's gonna be able to make this trade too.
But do you think they could have got a different offer for Harden somewhere else? Because they not receiving anything. I mean, they got Curry and Drummond, but the trade was centered around Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but now they're looking at it long term.
That's
you know,
really
that's the young guy. That's him and Kyrie are the guys that can really, you know, when KD started to slow down, those can be the guys to step up and take the team to the next level.
Hey, Mike Miller says that disc in his back is questionable. You don't believe he got a back injury?
Well, we all know he can't shoot, so we can put that out there, or he don't want to. So let's see if being around KD and some of these guys can inspire him to be a different player.
I believe he has to have a back problem for real. Like you can't fake this. Like Brooklyn ain't did nothing to him.
Because although he can't shoot, you put him on that team. You put his 16, 8 on that team with his defense next year. It's a good team.
Black Butterfly Pod checking in, my brother. Sorry I'm late. Loyal brother right there checking in. Hey, we just talked about the game last night, the NCAA title game. Don Staley and the South Carolina women's winning the national championship, and MLB opening season starting this Thursday. And now we're talking about Ben Simmons filing a grievance against the 76ers for $20 million. And also, he's out. They announced that he's going to be out for the regular season and the play-in game, but they still not saying he's going to be out for the playoffs. But I think they're holding out hope that he'll come back for the playoffs. What do you think about the Nets in the playoffs? Like, are they still scary because they losing? They got KD and Kyrie, but they're not showing anything that'll scare you right now, are they?
I'm about to say, man, who they gonna be playing? Atlanta, Charlotte, and somebody else in these games. Maybe they can get there. But the thing about then they're gonna have to face probably Miami or Boston.
Yeah.
And those young teams, they're gonna be scared of them, man. You know, they not. They gonna be playing like we supposed to beat these teams. They're gonna come out and give it their best shot. It'll be up to KD and those guys. Can they come out and show everybody that they were just playing? They were just their time of year and they finna run on this stretch. Let's see.
They got to first win the play-in game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. We finna see what they made of these next few games and this stuff. We finna see what they made of, man.
Like, if they was in the 7th or 8th spot, they at least have 2 games to play. But you in the 9th or 10th spot, what you one and done. This is the NCAA tournament.
Right.
So if they don't come with their A game in the play-in, they're gonna be out of here.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be playing Charlotte. They're gonna be playing Charlotte. And in this one and done game, like anything can happen. Anybody can get hot. An injury can happen. Like I believe that they are going to win the play-in. They're going to win at least the first play-in game, and then they have to play another one to win the AC.
Right.
So, Black Butterfly Pod says Richard. He called him Richard, but he talking about Rich Paul costing some Benjamins. He should file it against Clutch Sports. It's some backhanded LBJ stuff towards KD to me. That brother digging deep. He digging deep. He's saying Rich Paul, LeBron got something to do with this. LeBron been in the news for a lot this week, but I can't even put this one on him, man. I can't put this one on him.
Why let's get to the whole conspiracy, brother, breaking it down to us, man. Take us to church on the whole situation, brother.
Hey,
I'm ready.
It'll be fun on this show for sure. Mike Miller says, other than KD and Kyrie, who else killing for them? Well, they ain't got nobody killing per se, but you know, Seth Curry can get high when he's.
Look, but here's the thing about it: you don't need anybody else to kill. You get two alphas like that. You know what you need everybody else to do. Everything else, which is what all the rest of those guys did. Jump player, Andre Drummond, gonna rebound and play defense. Seth Curry, if you double Kyrie or you double KD here on the floor with him, he getting open shots at the 3-point line. It's not about killing, in my opinion. It's about team fit when it comes down to the playoffs. When they tried that three guys stuff, man, and all that, it doesn't work. It's only one basketball. Somebody got to take a step back and play their role, and that's be dirty. Ben Simmons, whether people don't know it or not, he can do that. He can do that. He played defense, he can rebound, and he can pass.
Yeah.
And he can pass.
What do you think the Bulls are going to do in the playoffs, man? Because they done dropped all the way down.
Man, I love my team, but our defense, we don't have the defense in the backcourt to be able to compete against the teams that we'll be going against. We're so susceptible to the pick and roll that on defense, we're going to have to outscore teams, and sometimes we can't always do that because our offense is out and cold. I just think, bro, the way we've been playing, we probably one and done in the playoffs, bro. First round.
And Zach is gimpy. He sat out tonight.
Yeah.
He ain't been right. It's not looking good, man. Black Butterfly Pod says, talk about the MVP. Vic, who do you got for MVP, man? It's been a number of people. DeRozan was in it for a minute. DeRozan was in the MVP conversation. Embiid talking about, I don't know what else I got to do. Jokic is in it. Giannis been balling. Who is in the MVP conversation for you?
Man, bro, it's like you brought up a bunch of names. It changed for me. At one point, I really, really wanted Ja Morant to get hot and really get in the conversation, but he wound up getting injured. But, bro, for me, I look at consistency from the beginning of the season, who was their name, because some names drop in there. Consistency from day one to this now, Giannis.
You got
Giannis is my MVP. Yeah.
So you got
more consistency, bro. Go look at it. He plays almost every game. He plays almost every game.
Facts. That is fact. I'm going to say Embiid, but I don't like him going to the media talking about I don't know what else I got to do. Don't be begging.
Right.
Begging for MVP. Just go out there, ball, do what you got to do, and you get it. You know, but he's been balling. Like, he's right behind LeBron for like points per game. He's been putting up big numbers, dominant. And
for a long time, he was a man, but his team was perched at the top of the East for a while, and then they lose it. You know, they what are they down to 3, 4? Yeah.
Mike Miller says not necessarily killing for the Nets, but who's going to step up when it matters? That's all I'm saying. Who do you think? So besides Kyrie and KD, who can step up? It's supposed to be Ben Simmons, but we don't know if he's going to play.
Right.
His mental, you don't know.
Right. Nope. Nobody really the way they are. That's what I said, constructed the way they are. Like, they not scaring anybody. Now, he said right now, yeah, nobody can really step up. But, you know, God is still going to get some open shots. It's up to the knockdown. Maybe, like I said, Seth. All they need Drummond to do is rebound and play defense. All they got 2 scores. KD and Kyrie probably good for 60 a night in the playoffs.
Mike
more. Yeah.
Mike Miller says Bulls in trouble right now. They're at 5.
Yeah.
If the playoffs was to open today, they'll play the Bucks, and I think we all can agree they're probably going to get down in the first round. If they drop to number 6, they will play Philly as it stands right now. I will say this: they have not fared good with Philly, but for some reason, I think they will have a chance because James Harden is suspect in the playoffs. And I think if you double Embiid,
like Bulls fans,
suspect, Tobias Harris is not guaranteed either.
Some Bulls fans were not sold on Lonzo Ball. I was telling people, man, it's not about the scoring and different things like that. It's the intangibles that he brings to the defense, the ball deflection, the beating the guy to the spot, not even taking the charge, but making him throw the ball back out to the perimeter. Like, bro, they lost so much when they lost him. He not coming back this year. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, bro.
Black Butterfly Pop says, my Bulls are done, bro. Zoe not coming back. That's all we talked about today at work. I work downtown. Shy Bulls fan. I'm upset at Vooch. Vooch definitely is
disappointed.
Rough, bro. He's soft.
He's disappointed, bro.
He only played good against whack centers.
Yeah.
When he go against Embiid or these other centers that can play, it's like he put his tail between his legs. All of a sudden, he can't play.
Yeah, bro.
I remember watching him in Orlando. I'm like, dude, we putting up nice numbers. But then when you see him up close in your city, like, hold on, bro. Like, you suspect against good centers. You only play good against the trash people. Black Butterfly Pie says, Baby Bird, Luka, or Jokic. What do you think about Luka for MVP? He been balling out too. Dallas been hooping lately. Where you look at this?
Yeah. Dallas and Luka. Dallas have been playing well, man. Luka been hooping, but the thing I'm sitting here thinking about was he said him or Jokic, like, where they all at in the West? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing with Giannis. His team almost right back to the top of the East again. You know what I'm saying? Like right where they belong.
Yeah. Luka been balling out, man. Jason Kidd got them guys playing good defense. I didn't think that trade was going to work out for them, like Dinwiddie, you know, but they got Bertans. I'm like, man, that's not going to work out. But he got them guys playing some good ball. Luka is doing everything, and it's working out pretty good for him, man.
Yeah, man, it did.
Black Butterfly Power, we called DeMar PBE, pretty brown eyes, ain't on nothing, bro. Hey, Hey, he gonna mess around and be by himself, man. Zach ain't right. Mike Miller said, "Great show as always, bro. Put me on next time." How was that vacation? Oh man, my vacation was off the chain. Went to Jamaica for my anniversary. It was definitely off the chain. Mike Miller, I got you, my brother.
KC.
Yeah. I ain't know how big you was in basketball, man. But we gonna
KC know his sports, man. He'll chop it up all the time. He know his stuff, man. You know.
He always with the Chiefs so hard and the Royals. I didn't know, but I see he on a basketball train too. We got an interview coming up with Lisa Harris to talk about her book. Let's go to the Western Conference, man. The standings. The Lakers look like they're going to be out. Does this Magic said that is LeBron's fault that they didn't get DeMar DeRozan because Russell got to talking to LeBron and AD and they nixed that deal. What do you think about this whole Lakers saga?
Man, bro, hey, that's what happened when you let LeBron GM. But the whole thing with this Lakers saga, man, is AD going down killed them. Like literally, like they are a different team when he's healthy. They are a different team when he's healthy because he's the best player. He's the best player, but you and I have talked about this previously. He is not need to be relied on to be healthy. He's healthy for a stint here and there, but for the most part, he misses significant times with injuries all the time.
Something didn't happen with your mic. You didn't got this Barry White voice then jumped on now. I don't know what happened, but you just said Barry White. Yeah. You something happened with your voice. I don't know. Like you went to auto-tune or something. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I can hear you, but it's like a different voice. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if everybody else hit the same thing.
Maybe something with the phone or something, but I don't know.
It's all good. We got an interview coming up with Lisa Harris. She has a book called husband of a praying wife. And we're going to see if we can get her on. Right now it's Black. But until then, in the West, who do you have winning the West?
Man, it's so tight right now, man. It's crazy, but I think Phoenix gonna finish this when it's all said and done if they help the team to beat.
Okay. Yeah, bro. Yo, something happened with your voice. I can barely hear you. Maybe we gotta have you go out and come back in for a minute, man. Something happened.
Okay.
Black Butterfly Pod says, see, now we gotta talk about this. Russ made the playoffs with Bill last year. Was Wizard team roster better than the Lakers roster this year? Listen, they tried to blame everything on Russ, bro, and I didn't like that. Now Russ ain't played the best, but it's more than just Russell Westbrook. That team, you got to put some blame on Vogel. You got to put some blame on AD. He can't stay healthy. Like to me, he just clumsy. He find a way to hurt himself. I don't know if it's the trainer, is it him? I done seen, like, you can bank on it once a year. He's gonna trip, fall, do something, hurt his leg, trip over his shoestring, something. I remember there was that one time, I think it was in the playoffs last year. He tripped over his own foot and ran into the scores table. I don't know how you do that.
And I think that was the last of him for the series, wasn't it? And then Lakers eventually lost to Phoenix, right? Yeah.
We doing baseball gear on Thursday. Yes. Oh, yes. That's there you go. Attorney Justin Campbell says Barry White talking sports. He must have heard your voice too. I think you back now.
I'm good. Am I good now?
You are good. You definitely
okay. Hey, man, I don't know what that was, man. I'm like, you like your voice. I'm like, I don't know what that was, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I'm still looking for Lisa. It's Black right now. I think this is her, but I can't tell. Can you say something? Tell me.
Oh, I'm here.
She is here. We don't see your face, but we hear you.
What's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. You might want to go out and try to come back in, but turn on your camera.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. So we got Lisa Harris coming up to talk about her book in a second. Mike Miller says that team trash. They definitely trash. What can the Lakers do next year? Because listen, LeBron getting old. He's trying to win another ring. They brought AD to win a championship. They brought Russ to win a championship. What can they do? What trades can they make, or what can they do to rectify what happened this year?
Now, see, I'm not really familiar with their cap situation. Is Westbrook a free agent at the season's end? Can it? He's on the cap for money next year.
Yep.
Okay, so
40-something million.
Trade him is out of the question. Nobody want him. They gotta look at getting rid of Anthony Davis, man. See if they can get off on him. That's your only choice.
If you the Bulls, would you take him?
Once I said no, but I take him for Vooch and somebody that would. Now that Vooch is disappointed, yeah, even though he's out there, because even if he is out of time here, they still can compete.
They would have to trade.
No, they don't have to give up Lonzo, Zach, or DeMar. I don't care who else can. Everybody else can go.
They would have to trade Vooch, probably Ayo, probably a first-round pick. It'd have to be a nice package for sure. Kobe. It'd have to be.
Ayo, Kobe, and Vooch should be enough. No picks. That should be enough. And it makes the Lakers a better team going forward.
They definitely gonna want to pick because they don't have none until like 2027.
Hey, bro. No deal. They ain't getting no pick. We ain't got no first-round picks either. That's what I'm saying. We don't have a first-round pick in 2022. So no.
But I'm talking about the Lakers ain't got one in 2027, so they'll take a 2023 or 2024, just to get something back because they out to 2027.
Right.
But Black Butterfly Paul said there's another team in LA who best player didn't play all year, and second best player just was out for 3 months. They still didn't play, and while Lakers is bad, their roster was better than the Clips. That's a good point. That might come down to some coaching.
I mean,
Lou had them boys.
What the Lakers. Like I said, AD going down. They didn't get nothing from Kendrick Nunn like they thought they were. He's been injured all year. Malik Monk is not having a year they thought. Melo is old. Dwight Howard's playing solid. He's there, but he's supposed to be doing this off the bench. Now he's thrust into a starting role. Now LeBron even sitting out games. Like, if you go back and review and examine this roster, if Russ doesn't do what he's supposed to do, then they basically they are trash. I mean, they overrated the roster. They put so much into just LeBron, Russ, and AD. Those three, and their games don't match.
And they thought Taylor Horton Tucker was going to do something this year. They didn't want to give him up. He didn't regress. Like, I don't even, like, his trade value probably didn't went down at this point.
Yeah, they aren't good, bro. Like y'all said, they aren't good. That roster was overrated at the beginning of the year. Like, it's all proof and tell, but you know what I'm saying? But everybody loved LeBron. You know, media's daughter. Everybody just look at numbers. Everybody looked at numbers. They didn't look at the cohesiveness.
Facts. And everybody said that Russ wasn't going to work. You know, they said that. Everybody said it, but for whatever reason, they thought they can make it. Lisa, you're still not on. We can still talk about your book, but we can't see your face. But we can talk about the book.
Okay.
Oh, we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the book. We can hear you. So, Lisa Harris joining us on the show. Thanks for coming on. You have a book that's coming out, or that's already out, called "The Husband of a Praying Wife." When I first heard the title, I said, "That's interesting that she said husband of a praying wife, but she wrote it." So I was intrigued by the title. Can you tell the people how you came up with the title?
Well, actually, one day I was in praise and worship, and as I was worshiping the Lord, I had played maybe 5 songs and just worshiping him through my kitchen area. And I heard the Spirit of the Lord speak to me and say, "I need you to write a book." And I'm like, oh my, I'm just listening because I didn't want to miss anything. Mm-hmm. And then he said, "Husband of a praying wife." Mm. And I was just like, kind of like just standing still at a moment. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so then I just kind of pondered on it. I began to later start writing a book. And a little later, as I wrote the book, he revealed to me that the reason he needed me to write the book is because he said it was so many marriages that were failing. And that was basically what he gave me. And because he gave me that, I began to get diligent in writing the book.
Wow.
And I just kept writing it and trying to, keep going over it and over it until it was ready. I felt that it was ready. And then I got it published. But another thing about it is that husband of a praying wife, the husband in my household, he's the head of my house. Okay. And because he's the head, I feel that with him being the head, he is the head provider. He's the leader of the household. So it's befitting for him, the husband, to be first, Right. And then I also have an area in the book. It's called, it's about the perspective of a husband. And in that area, I actually interviewed him and asked him several questions.
Okay, pause right there. I got some more questions about that. I went ahead of myself a little bit. I got to go back because this is a sports show. I have to ask the history of Lisa Harris in a sports arena. Did you play any sports growing up, or school, or anything?
Actually, I played volleyball when I was in high school, and I wasn't like on a team, but I did play volleyball. I played tennis when I was in college. So, I enjoyed playing tennis, but I wasn't playing. I was playing it pretty much for enjoyment, for fun.
Wow. Okay. Lisa Harris, the tennis player. Okay. Was it anybody that you maybe seen play tennis as a woman that you possibly looked up to? Or did you just do it just because, I think it's fun to do? Or did you ever see anybody that you seen play that said, I possibly want to be like that person?
Well, I used to watch it on television at that time, but and I thought it looked nice, and they wore those nice little uniforms, and so
Right.
I thought that was cute. But I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay. Okay. Moving forward, currently, do you have a favorite sport to watch now?
I like basketball. I'm not like directly into it, but I will watch the basketball with my husband, Jerome. He loves sports. Okay. So sometimes I'll go down and spend time with him downstairs and just watch it with him. But I really do. I can watch basketball.
Okay, that's the one you said you can like. It sounds like that's the one I can tolerate. The other sports I can't get into, but I can tolerate the basketball.
Yes.
Do you or you and your husband have a favorite team,
Uh,
or does he have a favorite team?
I know he likes what's his name? He
Or
had I know that he had I don't know his name right now, but he has like a school that he had he
uh-oh,
built a school.
uh-oh, is that
He
LeBron
built a
James
school.
that you're speaking of?
I know he loves LeBron James, okay?
Oh
Because he does a lot, for the Afro Americans, not just us, but for all types of people. So I think he looks at that as well. And he is an excellent player, ball player.
All right, let's get back to this book because we're not big LeBron James fan on this show, but that's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. No, that's okay. No, he is a great player. He's done great things in the community. You're absolutely right. That's just a little game that we play on. We're not the biggest LeBron James fan. We got a question from the listeners though. Attorney Jessica Campbell says, "What does she mean when she says her husband is the head?" Once again, we got Lisa Harris joining us. The book is called "Husband of a Praying Wife." Can you explain what you mean when you said that the husband is the head?
Well, the husband is the head of my household because he actually is the top provider in our home. We both have, had blessed jobs, but he is the head provider. He is the covering of my household. He prays for us now. At this time, he prays, and he has always been a man of safety. He was always looking out for my safety and my children's safety. He would always call and check on us when he was working. He's just, I believe that God has man as the head
Right.
of our homes when you're married. And when I say head, it's not that he makes all the decisions or anything like that. But I believe that if it comes down to me needing something very important or us having something very important we need to discuss and work out. If we can't work that out, of course, we'll pray about it. But, I just believe that, and I know him to be a man of honor. So I just trust him. And I just feel that he's the leader of our home and our family.
Once again, Lisa Harris. Book is called "Husband of a Praying Wife." You said that you interviewed your husband, and I'm curious that when you interviewed him, did you find out anything that you didn't know, or maybe like did you find out anything that you didn't know already about him when you interviewed him?
Let's see. Well, when I interviewed him, I believe I knew pretty much most of the things that I knew things about him, everything he said pretty much, but it was the way he said it and some of the things that he expounded on kind of like, it was like, whoa, I didn't realize this, But even in the book, there are like 8 questions that I asked him. And with those questions that I asked him, he answered them so well. It was just amazing, especially one of them in here in my book.
Go ahead.
So
I was going to ask you. So you said that you said like, whoa. I was going to ask you, were you shocked by any of the answers? Because how long have you been married?
Well, this year will be our 40th year.
Wow.
40th year.
Wow. Definitely hand clap for that. So 40 years in the game, you pretty much know all the ins and outs. But when you still get taken aback by some of the answers, um, like what goes through your what was going through your head when you had the reaction of whoa, like how did that go?
Well, would you like me to read the question and
Yes,
answer?
yes.
Okay,
Give
this
them
is
a little
question.
teaser of the book.
Okay, this is question number 6. And it says, if you could change anything about the time when your wife received salvation, what would it be? And he responded, I would not change anything. I couldn't ask you to be anything other than who you are, because if I did, I will be asking you to lie.
Mm,
Many people live their lives, live with spouses trying to be what their spouses would like for them to be instead of being who they really are. This may be for many various reasons, but how could a marriage like that stand?
mm, mm. That is interesting. That is interesting. We got a question coming in from Timmy Ojo. How important is prayer in marriage?
Okay, prayer is very important in marriage. Number one, prayer is a way, it's a line of communication between the individual who's praying and God. So with prayer, God answers prayer. You know, there's power in agreement and power in prayer. And that is one of the reasons why it was so important for me that my husband would come up in that area in his walk with God, because I know that when there's one, but when there's two in agreement, like one can chase 1,000, the Bible says, two can put 10,000 to flight. So with that agreement, oh, you can just accomplish so much with that agreement,
Wow, wow.
you know.
Um, go ahead.
And even on the front of the book, it has what is called an Ark of the Covenant, where there's angels at the top of the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark of the Covenant actually is in the presence of God. And God is in the midst of this ark. So your prayers go up before God as a sweet smelling savior, you know, when you're in right standing with God. So as you pray, and when you pray the word of God, it brings change. So there's power in prayer. And the Bible says, ask and you shall be given, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be open unto you. So even as you come to God and you're asking for him to do something, whether if it's in your marriage, you know, he hears that, because God loves marriage and he wants us to be in unity and in agreement. So it's very important for prayer.
All right, all right. Lisa Harris is with us, dropping a lot of nuggets. The book is called Husband of a Praying Wife. Another question I got for you: if you were just to give a overall summary of what will people get out of this book, if they were to purchase this book, what would they get out of this book?
If they were to purchase this book, they will learn about how you, first of all, can forgive. You know, we should walk in forgiveness, because none of us are perfect. And God said if we don't forgive, he will not forgive us. So there's a vast information about being in forgiveness, to forgive your spouse or forgive others. I feel that you would get knowledge about prayer. You would learn how to seek God. It's nothing too hard for God. So when you give it to him, he will work it out. As you lift up your marriage before him and you put him first, allow the Lord to be the head, the covering over your marriage, then God will, he will bless it. He will definitely bless it.
Okay, we got a question from one of the listeners. Timmy Ojo says, what will you say is the secret to your 40 strong years?
I feel that the secret, one thing that is very important is loving one another, trusting each other. Communication is very important as well.
Okay.
And of course, prayer.
Course prayer. So she done gave y'all a few secrets to 40 years strong. And last but not least, now that she done dropped all these nuggets for y'all, how can people purchase the book to get all of the nuggets?
Okay, people can go on Amazon. The book is on Amazon. It's on the second page of Amazon when you go to find Husband of a Praying Wife.
And I just put the link in the comments.
Okay.
So this is the link. If you go to if you're watching, you can just click that link for the Amazon and you'll be able to purchase the book. They can purchase on Amazon any other ways that they can purchase the book, or is that just the best way to get it?
At this time, that's the best way to get it. At this time, because depending on where you live, like I do at work sometimes on lunch breaks or whatever, if someone wanted it or they came up to me, I can get it that way. They could, if it depends on what area they live in. I
Okay.
think it would be better to go by Amazon.com.
Okay.
And a lot, some people that I know, because I've been in many various places, if they know me, they can actually call me and we could set up an arrangement to be able for them to get the book.
So I would say this: go to the link and buy it. But if they want it, can they just maybe message you on Facebook or something and set up an arrangement or something like that?
Yes, they can.
Okay. So Amazon or look up Lisa Harris, message her, and she can make arrangements to get the book to you. Once again, Lisa Harris. The title was called "Husband of a Praying Wife." She dropped plenty of nuggets for y'all. 40 years strong. She got experience, and she has a successful 40-year marriage. So she knows what she's talking about. Y'all go support this wonderful woman of God. Go buy her book, sell it out, make it the bestseller, do all those things. And thank you for coming on with us.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Once again, Lisa Harris, Husband of a Praying Wife.
Thank you.
So listen, my come to church scripture for today is Matthew 16:18. I visited a church this Sunday, Gospel City. He talked about building your house on a sinking sand. And he used the scripture Matthew 16:18. And I think this is Jesus telling, I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not overcome it. And he talked about building your house on solid ground instead of on sand. And you don't want to build anything that's not stable. And he used the illustration of sand, and then he had a rock on the other side. And so when it comes to anything, and I think it goes especially with marriage, it's good to have a solid foundation in Christ when it comes to marriage. Matthew 16:18 talks about building out on this rock I will build my church. But he talked about building on solid foundation and not like sand, quicksand. You want to have a solid foundation. So it was a great service that I went to. I enjoyed it. We are about to get up out of here. I want you to tell everybody, thank everybody for tuning in. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube page, I need you all to do that immediately. Alan Powell Show on YouTube. Y'all go subscribe. Follow, like, review our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Merch is always on sale. Alan Powell's shirts, jerseys, long sleeves, hoodies, anything that you need, jackets, all colors available. And if you know anybody that has a business, a book like Lisa Harris has, or would like to advertise, message me and we can make that happen. Once again, I want to thank Lisa Harris, husband of a praying wife. Go get that book. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're very welcome.
My man Vic over there watching Mr. All Around Sports
Man,
Man.
y'all, hey, you had the book cover. You had my face coming up for so long, brother. I thought you forgot about me over here.
I didn't forget about you. Thank you for always answering the bell, my brother. Appreciate
Man,
you.
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for having me on the show, bro, as always. Whenever you want to chop it up, you know where I'm at.
So, well, we about to get up out of here, man. We'll see y'all next week. We are out.
Lock and load, Alan Paps. It's the Alan Paps Show. Where we lock and load. Come on.